This question is saying use the correlation R to calculate and interpret what you call the coefficient of determination. Okay, bear in mind we are calculating descriptive measures to describe a data set. Specifically, we are analyzing the relationship between two variables. In this example, it is hours of study and score. Hours of study is one of the factors that affect in your score. Yes, by how much, to what degree, to what extent. All right, this is what this analysis is all about. They call it correlational analysis and regression. And there's a descriptive measure called coefficient of determination. You go to week 7, page 5. Here it is, week 7, page 5, to find out what really is coefficient of determination. Here it is. The coefficient of determination is calculated after you have calculated the coefficient correlation. It gives you a percentage measure of the dependent Y variable that was affected or influenced by the independent variable. To what percentage does the independent affect the dependent? Okay, bear in mind we are trying to measure, we're trying to get a number. Okay, and this is one of the ways of doing that. And here are the steps. And here is an example. Now, when it comes to the assignment, you have some steps prepared. Yes. And likewise, in the worksheet, R is equal to, we have to use the R. So whilst I am typing 0.98, and by the way, you can delete certain things that are there because I use a different format. I use math type, but now I'm using Microsoft equations. R is equal to 0.98. Someone said they're using R is equal to 0.88. Yeah, use your 0.88. You are confident it's 0.88 you got. The others is left to them to verify whether or not it's 0.88. Therefore, the first step is to square the correlation. Square the correlation, that's the first step in order to calculate coefficient of determination. Square the correlation, 0.98 squared. .98 times 0.98. So I'm getting 0.96. 0.9604. Then it says multiply your product by 100%. Oh, and by the way, the symbol for coefficient of determination is a capital R squared. Okay. This has to be updated. That's the official notation for coefficient of determination. You know, for sure, maths love to turn words to symbols. R for a relationship. So coefficient of determination is a capital R with a square on top of it. Okay, so anytime you see a capital R with a square in statistics, you have to say coefficient of determination. You understand? It's just like when you see this symbol, you're saying 7. You see that symbol, you're saying 5. When you see R with a little 2 on top of it, you have to say coefficient of determination. You see the symbol there? 2 little circles and a line going a diagonal go like that. When you see it, you're saying percentage. See, words to symbols. That is maths. So coefficient of determination is equal to, now you have to multiply that 0.96 now by 100% to convert it to a percentage. We have calculated it already, you know, R squared. Here, there, that's it, that's the value, 0.96. But, you know, it is very, you know, common to convert the decimal to a percentage by just multiplying by 100%, not 100, you know, 100% to get 96.04%. Okay, so here's the R, here's the coefficient of determination in percentage form. Okay, but just squaring the correlation, you have calculated coefficient of determination already. And to interpret that now, consequently, 96.04%, okay, 96.04% of the change in score, because the score that is varying, but what is causing it to vary, you see? So 96.04% of the variation in score was due to the hours. So anytime you see the score according to those values, or pretend that these values were collected from a survey, according to these numbers that were collected, whenever the score varies, 96% of that variation is hours of study that is the culprit, that is the factor influencing that variation. Very strong variation according to this data. You know, and you can use that now and bring that, document this now in your research project. Remember, that's what we are doing in your research project. And you can talk about it. And then you can talk about that figure and make certain decisions and conclusions. That's what is going on there. So that's how you calculate coefficient of determination. Just square the correlation and to convert it to a percentage, multiply by 100%, and the interpretation, 96.04% of the change in the dependent variable, which is score, was due to the independent variable, which is hours of study per week. So apply that to your example.